Hey everybody, today we're going to be frying half-ripe tomatoes. And yes, I did not make a mistake in what I just said. We're going to be frying half-ripe tomatoes. You don't need a recipe. All you need to do is to come on in my kitchen. Let's do it together. It only takes a few ingredients, two or three. That's all that it takes. And they will be scrumptious. So let's dive in and get these half-ripe tomatoes fried up so we can enjoy eating them. The first thing that I want to do is talk to you just a minute about this tomato. As you can see, it is partially ripe. Now, Doug and I accidentally found that frying a half-ripe tomato is delicious. And the reason that it is so delicious is that it has more flavor. Tomatoes ripen from the inside out, and we were frying green tomatoes one night. We sliced it and it was pink on the inside, and we thought, well, we went ahead and fried it, and I'm telling you, the flavor was so delicious. So I'm starting out with one tomato, and that's all that I'm going to fry right now because that's all that I need to demonstrate what I'm going to show you today. And I have some oil here in my skillet, and you can tell that it's getting hot. So we're going to move along. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to just remove this little piece right here where the stem was. Now, a lot of people will cut a lot of this tomato off, but I don't like to waste my tomato. And then I'm just going to very carefully take out this little area here where the tomato was attached to the vine. Just lifting that out, just like that. Now, I'm going to slice my tomato, and we'll look at it as we go. See, you can tell that the tomato is ripening, yet the tomato on the outside is very firm. So I'm going to get probably, let's see how many slices I can get out of this. Probably about 5. I need to be really careful here. Slicing this last one sometimes can be tricky. So you want to be really careful and not cut yourself. So there we have our tomatoes. Now I'm going to place them in this little bowl. But the first thing that I'm going to do, as you know, that I do quite often when I'm working with dredging and buttermilk and things like that, I'm going to slip on a glove. Doug and I do that. Both of us do. So I'm just going to place my tomatoes here in this little bowl. If you wanted to, you could put some salt. I mentioned recently that I have cut down on salt, so I'm not going to add salt. But I am going to put some buttermilk on top of the tomatoes. Just pouring a little bit of buttermilk. It doesn't take much. I'm not measuring for this particular thing that I'm doing today. So now I have some flour here in a little bowl, but I am going to add a little bit of pepper to my flour, and I'm just going to stir that around. And there I go with that flour. I'm just getting it everywhere. You know, I can sling some flour. And I can tell that our grease is getting hot. I say grease, that is vegetable oil, but you know, that's just what I was taught. So now I'm going to take my tomato that I have dipped in the buttermilk, and I'm going to flour it. I'll do 2 or 3 because I want to drop them all at the same time if I can. So we're just putting them in the flour. Let's test it. Yep, that is ready. In fact, let me turn it down just a little bit. Oh, these are going to be so delicious. We love fried green tomatoes. So usually if I'm cooking for just me and Doug, I'll cook 2 tomatoes, and then we'll have about 5 slices each to go with whatever we're eating. So we're just dropping them in, and I am making a royal mess. but that's just the way it is when you're working with flour and buttermilk. But you can see why I wear gloves. So we're just dropping them in. Now, let's clean up this mess. See how easy that is? My hands are clean. I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to take this little cloth right here and just wipe this off. Like that. Clean up. Oops. Moved the camera around a little bit, didn't I? These little handles on my little hot plate, they're cool. And so that makes it safe. That makes it easy. So we have that all cleaned up. Now, I like to drain my tomatoes in a colander. And you can tell that I have lined this little colander with a paper towel. And now I think we probably can turn our tomatoes over. Looking good, aren't they? Oh goodness, it doesn't take long to fry these. It does not take long at all. I want you to tell me in the comments, first of all, if you fry tomatoes. Now, a lot of people will cube them, and that's fine too if you like to cube yours. But we like to cook ours in rounds. They just seem to have more flavor, but I'm very, very honest and serious about this. If a tomato is beginning to turn and has some color, then to me, it has more flavor than just a hard, very green tomato. And we have always fried green tomatoes. Always fried green tomatoes. So we're just continuing to fry and turning these over, and like I said, it doesn't take very long to fry these. Now, Doug and I like to fry out in the on the patio using his Cajun fryer. We love to do that. But you can tell, look at that. They're just getting so brown and so beautiful. You want to make sure that they're done. So we're just going to keep going here and let these fry. I love this little hot plate. It's so easy, and I don't have to change my camera, and I can just set it up and talk to you, and oh, it's just wonderful. I hope everybody's getting some warm weather where you're living. I know people up north may still have some cool weather, but I think overall, I think it's really, really pretty and nice. We have had rain, some good rain this spring, which is wonderful. We put up a new birdhouse. We cleaned our patio. We had our patio furniture refinished. So hopefully we're going to get to spend a lot of time out in the back yard this spring and summer. We try to spend as much as we can in the spring because the summer gets pretty hot in South Georgia. So I think these are getting pretty close to being done. I'm just going to go ahead and turn this eye off, and we're going to take up our tomatoes, and I'll show you. I like to kind of let them drip, and then I just place them. I like to stand them up. I like to stand them up so the grease will drip off. And I'll show you in just a second. I hope you can see this. That one fell over, didn't it? This is just a favorite. Oh, that's going to be so good. And just like that, you have fried green tomatoes, fried half-ripe tomatoes. I gotta quit saying green tomatoes. Fried half-ripe tomatoes. Our fried half-ripe tomatoes are ready. Look at these. Oh my goodness, they're gonna be delicious. And I love to dip mine in ranch dressing. I wish you were here to have some with me. Okay, so that's how you fry half-ripe tomatoes. Look at this. I'm gonna taste it. You know I can't wait. I do love to eat, and I love fried half-ripe tomatoes. That is so good. That flavor. It is so wonderful. I hope you'll fry some of these. Get you some that are just beginning to turn pink, and make you some, and you don't even need a recipe. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today, and I'll see you again really, really soon.